Hello, I'm going to do a reading looking at the themes running through this week. It's Monday, the 18th of March. We've got the spring equinox on Wednesday, the vernal equinox, first day of spring, Persian New Year. So for some, it's the beginning of the year on Wednesday. And I'm going to do a spread looking at the energies for this week. What do we need to look out for? What's the advice for the collective this week? The Empress. This is a week for harvesting. This is a week for connecting with our divine feminine. She's the most divine feminine of the pack. This is the week for knowing that we have all that we need to create the life we want. Three of Swords. Immediate past, the Queen of Swords. Conditions, Four of Wands. I keep getting this. There isn't a day goes by when this doesn't come up. Outcome, Four of Pentacles. Advisory card, the Eight of Wands. Another second advisory card, the World. Clarification cards, the Magician, very powerful. Second clarification card, 10 of Pentacles. So she represents the week ahead. The context is dealing with sadness, disappointment, difficulty, brokenheartedness, stormy weather, creating disheartened feelings. So it's really important that we know that whatever passing, because this is passing distress, the rain clouds, they pass. Whatever passing distress we're dealing with, we need to know that we have everything we need in us to be able to have faith that all our needs are being met. And sometimes heartbreak and distress and situations that create tears and sadness and basically that card, the broken heart, sometimes those things happen for us to discover what resources we have within us to draw on to be able to overcome that situation. Now, the Empress is a lot stronger in energy than the Three of Swords. And the Empress is that inherent, bountiful, divine feminine, connected to nature. You've got all the wheat here and the pomegranates on her cloak, on her dress, her gown. And she's the one, she's pregnant with ideas, pregnant with potential. She has the 12 stars. Is it 12 stars or 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's 12 stars. So it's the 12 stars representing the 12 months. She covers the whole year. Stars are divine inspiration. She represents that goddess that came to earth to show people how to farm and how to grow crops and how to care for animals, animal husbandry, and how to create bounty for themselves so that they didn't have to constantly be hunter-gatherers. So she belongs to the energy of that goddess that came through eons ago that is represented as having shown the Neanderthal humans how to um, how to how to grow and bear fruit for themselves. She represents that fruitful, bountiful energy that we all have, that is what creates life. Without her, spring wouldn't happen, nor would summer, nor would autumn. So she is pregnant with so much potential and possibility. This momentary heartbreak and difficulties that people are experiencing at the moment, even down to the fact it's been raining pretty much non-stop in the UK anyway, and that lowers the mood. We're coming out of that winter period where rain and grey clouds and depression because there hasn't been enough sunshine, all of that, we're coming out of that period and we're going into the spring. So she's perfect to signify this week, the week in which, middle of the week, spring happens. In 3 days' time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we will be having the spring equinox. So I find that really interesting that we've got the 3 swords here as well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, in the immediate past, we've got the Queen of Swords. She looks above everything. She looks down with the eyes of an eagle. Can you see the bird there? So she's looking forward, but with truth. She does not compromise over truth. With the sword of truth, she's looking forward. So in the immediate past, yes, there are uncomfortable truths that can create distress and disturbance. And standing for your truth can sometimes mean that what you speak and what you stand for and what you believe in doesn't go down well, can break people's hearts, can be at odds with what they want you to think and stand for and what they want your truth to be. But it's about finding your truth. The Queen of Swords finds her own truth, and she's not afraid to live by her truth, live by the sword of truth, her sword of truth there. And with this, with the Empress, you have, with the Empress and the ability to see the bigger picture and look over at your life and see what it is that's working, what it is that's not working, what needs to stay, what needs to go, what you want to bear fruit, what ideas you want to have. Instead of looking at things from a myopic point of view, rise above and see, going forward, what truths are you going to carry with you. And it may be that you're going to need to discard a few things that you'd been basing your life on. But in order to make way for growth and for new ideas, that which no longer serves you has to go. And through that process, you go through the portal, the 1111 portal, the 4 of Wands with the canopy. It's like the wedding canopy. You go through from, you start here and you go through with the realization that in order to reach your castle with the things that you want in your life and with the fruit you want to be bearing, that you want the things that you want to bear fruit and the harvest that you want to happen, you need to base it on a higher truth, don't be afraid of questioning what you've held dear up to now, what you've based your life on, what truths you've followed, and don't be afraid of passing through from where you were to where is going to bring you what you're wanting more than where you had been before. And if that causes a degree of heartbreak and sadness, that's the way it goes, basically. That's the way it goes. And then the outcome is the 4 of Pentacles. And the 4 of Pentacles is 2 things: holding on to wealth, holding on to material wealth and material riches and objects, and not sharing and holding on fearfully. But it can also mean drawing down energies from the sky and from the earth, drawing up the energies and drawing down the energies, meeting at the heart chakra in the middle. You've got your chakras on the palms of your hand around that pentagon, and building up the energy and building your power source in which to be able to sit on the throne and to create and bear fruit with what you intend for yourself in your life. So I like the second interpretation a lot more, and I think for this spread it's relevant. So this is about, if you look at it like this, you've got the Queen of Swords, who is striving to find the most relevant truth that she's going to that she's going to move forward in her life, see her hand moving forward into the future. She take that forward in her life, and she's also in a sovereign position of authority with what she knows to be her truth. So with that, she'll go through underneath the canopy, through the portal, from one position to a new position, and she will draw down with her sword the energies through her crown chakra, and she will also draw up energies through her soles of her feet, chakras, the earth energies, to meet in the middle at the place of the heart, and to base your life on your heart, the truth that you find in your heart. So this is also about grounding and being earthed. Pentacles are earth energy. Then the advisory cards are Eight of Wands, which is divine inspiration. It's also communication. Solar flares can be represented by the Eight of Wands. Intuition flooding you. When people say, I got a download and I realise this, this and this, that's the Eight of Wands energy, and it's a fire energy. Wands are fire. And something clearly needs to be born, needs to come through, where we've got the world here. Sophia, who births the new world. So there are a lot of energies this week coming to create new beginnings. She's got birthing to do. She's the one pregnant with ideas, pregnant with potential, pregnant with the seeds of life ready to be planted and to bear fruit further on in the year. And she represents Sophia, who birthed the world. And so we're leaving the past and we're moving forward, which is really totally relevant to this spring equinox, and how it marks the beginning of the year, the beginning of the natural order, the natural order of the world, beginning of that, when new life is springing, and the buds are out, and the plants are starting to come through the earth. So there's a tremendous energy going on with this Eight of Wands. It's a massive, tremendous energy. Wands are passion, are fire, are fast, and there's 8 of them. And then she's birthing a new world. So we have, again, it's another portal. We're successfully going through a portal. So I would say that the spring equinox day, Wednesday, is this portal. We're going to transition, leave the old of winter and move forward into the new spring with all the necessary energies for growth. Wands represent new life, new growth, new ideas. So again, this totally fits, because she is pregnant with new ideas. She's pregnant with the seeds of growth and the energy needed to push through and create that growth, and to for those seeds to bud and bear fruit is really very much connected with the Eight of Wands. Each of these wands has the potential for new growth. So we're entering a time that is totally in rhythm with the fact that the sap is rising in the trees, and the earth is warming up, and new growth is happening. So this spring equinox, this reading really connects with the spring equinox. And then we've got, as a clarification card, we've got the Magician. So the Magician is the first card in the major arcana after the Fool. So the Fool leaps off the cliff, takes a leap of faith, and the Magician is able to utilize energy and manifest it into physical reality, which is exactly what is necessary for us with our intentions and ideas. So with this Eight of Wands energy, the Magician is drawing down, and this is also the same. Okay, so the Magician is a conduit for the energies above and the energies below, just as this Four of Pentacles represents, and the Four of Pentacles represents making non-physical energy into matter, materializing, making material intentions, manifesting intentions, which is what the Magician does. He brings down and manifests intentions. He's a conduit. So we're in a really powerful time for birthing and manifesting our intentions. So with this Magician, the clarification cards are the Magician and then the 10 of Pentacles. And given that we had the Four of Pentacles as the outcome card, I really see how this is about materializing, creating material resources. This is a time to create our material resources, to think about what we want for the year ahead. So let's presume that we're talking about the year beginning on Wednesday for the spring equinox, and the year that we want, the year ahead that we're looking at. What are we going to birth? What's going to come through that portal? And what are we going to birth successfully to begin the new life? This couple of a new life. But this represents male, female. It represents the left and the right hemispheres of the brain. It represents unity and the power of going through a portal with a positive, being within reach of what you need, the shelter you need and the home you need and all that you need to grow and bear fruit. So yeah, this week, this is the only kind of negative card we've got, and this is the context is that out of this sadness and distress and brokenheartedness that this card represents, comes a new perspective, a higher perspective, one that cuts through. She's above the clouds, and this is the card that comes after this card. So this card is under the clouds. She's above the card. She's above the clouds. So the advice is, at any point in this week that you feel in a space of confusion and you're tempted into sadness and a sense of grief about anything, remember there's a space above the clouds, and where that space is where the truth lies. So rise above and seek the truth, and seek the higher truth than that which is creating your momentary distress. And with that higher truth, you can move forward. They're celebrating their life. They're celebrating their life. So this is a really good week for manifesting new things. The Magician, and this is the outcome of the Magician's manifestation. Pentacles represent material resources, health, wealth. This is also a card representing generations in the family, inheritances. Yeah. There are new things coming through. This is going to be a pivotal week. 2 portals in which the old is left behind in favour of the new. It's going to be a pivotal week. And maybe we are going to have some distress, some sadness over something, you know. What if this represented the royal family? So there's going to be temporary sadness for possibly an announcement from the royal family, which will take us from one world to another, which will take us through the portal. I happen to know that there have been a lot of the Buckingham Palace has been surrounded by all news agencies from around the world, and they've all been getting ready for when news breaks to be able to report it. In Canada, the English embassy is flying the flag at half-mast, which suggests that something's happened. Has somebody died? Are we going to get the information, the news that King Charles has died? And is this what the distress and sadness is about? But it will propel us into a new world, into a different world. It will leave the past behind. It will propel us through into a future. Could that be what's happening as well? Because this is about generational wealth. It's also about elite. It can also be related to elite families. It could be related to all the different, the family tree of the royal family, for example. These are wealthy. This is a wealthy family. And I do wonder whether, given that the news, all the news production companies, at the moment Buckingham Palace is surrounded by TV companies, production companies. I saw a video this morning, and then with the British Embassy in Canada flying at half-mast, I'm wondering. So I'm going to take some clarification cards because I want to know what this broken-hearted 3 of Swords is about. Can I have 3 clarification cards for the 3 of Swords? What's this 3 of Swords all about, please? What's this 3 of Swords? Why the 3 of Swords? Why the 3 of Swords? 1. Yeah, we're moving this old, we're moving away from the old into the new, into a new space with new thoughts. Again, new ideologies. What did I say? She rises above the clouds and she seeks new truths. And with those truths, it takes us out of troubled water. So with new truths, the way is leads the way with new truths. So there's the first one. 2 more cards, please, for the 3 of, and again it's Swords, and it's doubled up. 3 of Swords, and then the 6 of Swords. 2 more cards, please, for the 3 of Swords. What's this 3 of Swords about? I think it's going to be some sad news. Swords can be news, information. This is also, can be the boat across the River Styx. I think this week, bearing in mind the video I saw that was taken, and looking at this spread, I wouldn't be surprised if it's also commenting on a death in the royal family. 2 more cards, shuffle 3 more times, and then cut and pull. Right. Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Three of Swords, clarified by the Six of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. We're going into new territory. We're definitely going into new territory. And we've got another 3, haven't we? So we've got the broken-hearted 3. And we have the celebratory 3, Three of Cups. We have Six of Swords, going out of troubled water, moving out of troubled water. And then we have the action taker, the Knight. Knights are action cards. The Knight of Cups, bringing the Cup of Love. Whatever distress exists, there's always a way out of it. There's always a higher vantage point from which to see it, and there's always a route out of that stress, out of that situation that's causing distress. These two go together as well. So she's pregnant with fertility. She's fertile. She's pregnant with the seeds to create the resources that we need, and they're celebrating. And look, the harvest is around them. So this is a long-term thing that's happening, that's going to happen. And whilst it may seem, in the first instance, whatever it is that's distressing, that's creating brokenheartedness and sadness, it will lead, it will pave the way. It will pave the way, and it will take us out of troubled water, and it will lead to joy and celebration and happiness. And it's necessary for love to be what the action is. The action of the Knight of Cups is new information, the cup of knowledge, and it's also the cup of love, and it's an opportunity for us to find unity. That cup is the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is about Holy Communion with yourself. It's an opportunity for us to find our sovereignty, our truth. What's our sovereignty? What's our truth? Connect with yourself. Fill your own cup. Find out who you are. Connect with you and make Holy Communion with you instead of looking outside. Find unity within, mind, body, spirit, with your truth, your sword of truth, the cup of personal inner knowledge, sword of truth, cup of love. So with self-knowledge and self-love and sisterhood comes the passage out of troubled water that the Three of Swords places us in. And always remembering our resources. All of us have the Empress within us, the Divine Feminine, men and women included. We have the Divine Feminine within us, and we have the Divine Masculine within us. So whatever the distress, we will come through it out of troubled waters, and we will have reason to celebrate. But that's also sisterhood, the Divine Feminine and sisterhood. Celebrating the feminine, celebrating that feminine energy that gives birth, that eventually provides the pumpkins and the fruit that lies on the ground. And this is the autumnal. The grapes, the pumpkins, the oranges. So it's going to lead us to what we need. Whatever is going to be distressing this week, in the long run will lead us to what we need. I'm interested in this. She's about uncompromising truth as well. So we're going to have to face the truth this week. At least one truth, if not more. There are going to be truths to be faced. But that truth will take us into a different place, into a new space. Right, clarification cards. Can I have clarification cards, please, for the Four of Pentacles? Clarification cards, please, for the Four of Pentacles. 3 clarification cards. The Hanged Man. I like it. So he's stuck and he's stuck, but both of them are evolving. Both of them are growing spiritually. He's in one place and he's drawing up the energies, drawing down the energies through his crown, and he's filling his heart with the wisdom and with the energetic frequency. And our heart is an electromagnetic energy point where when you look in your heart, you can feel the truth. So it's a perfect counterpart to this. She's in her head, he's in his heart. And then things may appear to be static, may feel like we're going nowhere, but we are. We've gone into a chrysalis again. So this is an outcome of having gone from one stage to another through the portal. So we've gone from being in the lava stage into the chrysalis stage. It doesn't appear to be anything that's happening, but in fact, illumination is happening, spiritual development's happening, realizations are happening, growth is happening, spiritual growth. 2 more cards, please. 2 more clarification cards, please. 7 of Swords, standing your ground, and the Queen of Swords again. Love it. I told you, I said, didn't I? I said these are all connected. So we've got the Queen of Swords in the immediate past, and we've got the 4 of Pentacles in the outcome. And then clarifying the 4 of Pentacles, we have the Hanged Man, we have standing your ground. Standing your ground. He has to stand his ground when he knows the truth. When you know the truth, in the face of whatever it is, you have to stand your ground. Because the truth is worth standing your ground for. Defending the truth, defending your position. So that's really interesting that these 3 cards are the clarification cards for the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. And the world, where are we going to go? Where are we going to pass through? Tower card. 2 more clarification cards, please. Flown out of my hand. The Empress again. Unbelievable. Flew out of my hand then. And what did I say? The Ace of Cups, the cup of love, the cup we make Holy Communion with ourselves, the cup that the night is offering us, the cup that this situation, whatever's causing distress, whatever news might come out that may cause heartbreak and sadness for those who are royalists. I'm not personally a royalist, but for those of you who are royalists, It's about finding Holy Communion with yourself. It's about filling your cup of love. It's about self-reliance. We don't need the royal family necessarily for anything necessarily. But we need ourselves. We need our sovereign selves. We need our own resources. So there's going to be a big happening, big something or other, which is going to take us through the portal and really connect us with our divine feminine, with our sovereignty, with our ability to create what we need, the bounty we want in our life, and which is also going to connect us with the need for self-love. It's about self-love and guidance from God, guidance from the universe. That dove represents spirit, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Our toroidal field is represented by the cup, the Ace of Cups as well. And the energy of our toroidal field is like this, okay? So this is about strengthening ourselves. And the theme of bringing out our Empress self, our bountiful self, our ability to manifest and to create what we want in life for our own wealth. Each of our families are represented by this. So yeah, this is a transition week. This is a week, definitely a week of transition, and it's a week of it's the week of the Empress. Definitely the week of the Empress. Amazing. 3 clarification cards for this 4 of Wands. 3 clarification cards, please, for the 4 of Wands. 3 clarification cards for the 4 of Wands. 3 clarification cards, please, for the 4 of Wands. King of Wands, the Chariot, and the 4 of Swords. So the King of Wands is project businessman. He can envisage projects. He's entrepreneurial. He oversees projects. He is the ideas man. The Chariot is the energy needed to push through his vision. And the 4 of Swords is about rest and recuperation. It's about sleeping on it. So we need, this is kind of at odds with this. So let's have a look. We've got